Hello and welcome to the Sustainable Africa series. I'm Ernest Chijo. On the program today, we look at how Africa's fashion and creative industry, from fabrics and design to garment production, is creating jobs, sustaining livelihood, and projecting African culture on the global stage while navigating the realities of markets and scale.
If somebody doesn't have his culture, he's lost. I cannot be European, I cannot be an American. I'm an African.
I use my work to showcase to other people who are not Africans that this is Africa. When they tell me, oh my God, I want to travel to Africa now, that's really good.
We as an African, we are not accepting made in Africa. They want to show that, oh, the brand, they bought it from America, from Europe, blah, blah.
Africa's fashion, textile, and footwear industry is worth over $30 billion and employs millions across the continent. About 37 African countries grow cotton, giving the continent a solid base for textile production. Yet Africa imports far more than it exports, $23 billion in annual import against just $15 billion in exports. Egypt, Ethiopia, Lesotho, and a few other African countries now serve as production hubs for global fashion brands. But much of Africa's creative talent still struggles to move from concept to scale due to weak infrastructure and low investment. Institutions like the Economic Commission for Africa are calling for stronger regional value chains, deeper intra-African trade, and stronger private sector involvement in driving growth across the creative economy.
New jobs will need to come from private sector, and we see the role of the public sector is declining. So these entrepreneurs are leading the way. Africa has a young population which is energetic, creative, and increasingly well educated. This is a great opportunity.
That momentum is visible at the grassroots, where young people are transforming creativity into jobs, enterprise, and dignity.
Hi Ernest,
Hello.
how are you?
Very well, thank
Welcome.
you.
These are some of the samples that we do here, and then also
Are
here.
these wedding outfits or what's this?
This is the creativity that our student did. So they wanted to change.
Okay, just trying new things.
New things, yeah. And instead of tuxedo, they put something on it to make it something unique.
Lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
I imagine
Thank you.
me in that outfit. Sarah Mohammed is one of Ethiopia's leading fashion designers and educators. And that's you when you were modeling?
No, when I was very far there.
Having traveled the world as a model, she decided to return home and invest her experience into something lasting. In 2004, she founded Next Fashion Design College, one of Ethiopia's first private fashion schools to train young people, especially women from vulnerable backgrounds, in design, tailoring, and business skills.
We have 5,800 women graduated from this school.
5,800 people you have trained.
Yes, I did.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, 30% of them are scholarship. I cover all the cost for them, especially for the street women.
So you pull women from the streets?
Yes, the one who's standing on the night time, as waiting for the...
Right, sex workers.
Yes,
that's the call.
yeah. And then we teach them how to sew, how to make a pattern, how to cut, how to stitch. When they're graduating, we give them a machineries. And some of them are working now with us. They got married, they bought a house. This is how we lift up each other.
Restoring dignity for sex workers is very important. It also helps to overcome norm that's associated with that type of work. So my team and I had a privilege to actually be in a workshop in Kenya, where actually we had some of the returned migrants, being part of the workshop, and they shared their stories. And they were really touching, and some of them were also sharing the experiences, how, through the process and as being a migrant worker, they also became part of this sector. These women need to share experiences with other potential migrants, so they also know maybe traps to avoid and how to approach this migration and have realistic expectations.
There was a lot of women came back from Saudi, about 4,000 women. They don't know where to go, what to do, because they lost everything. So I was in the airport welcoming them, and then give them my business card and feeding them for 10 days there in the airport campus. Yeah. So by giving them food and diapers and everything, I said, you can be someone tomorrow. If you want really to change, this is my business card. Come to my school, I can teach you. So I teach 200 women, the returnees.
ከአምስት በፊት ከአረብ ሀገር ተመልሼ ኔክስት ፋሽን ዲዛይን ኮሌጅ ላይ ኔክስት ፋሽን ዲዛይን ውስጥ የአንድ አመት ኮርስ የስኮላርሺፕ ተማሪ ነኝ።
cooperating with the Ethiopian government. We give them a place to work, a shade, and the machineries.
Sarah has also made it her mission to promote Ethiopian garment globally.
We fought for that because we showcased in New York, in DC, in Germany, in Berlin, in Paris, in Milan. So now they know we have a very good 100% hand woven, pure cotton in Ethiopia.
The question of visibility, how African garments and fabrics are seen beyond national borders, is also central to the work of Cameroonian visual artist Shiri Achu.
The thing about my exhibitions is that I use my work to showcase to other people who are not Africans that this is Africa, because then they get to learn, they get to understand. When they tell me, oh my God, I want to travel to Africa now, that's when it's that good.
I just feel like your ability to do art comes from a place deeper than the normal eye and heart. You come with a special talent.
Working from studios in the United Kingdom, the United States, and Cameroon, she explores African identity through art and fabric. Drawing from years of painting African life and symbols, she created a Pan-African fabric that brings together motifs from 9 African countries.
I created the fabric that allows others to use it to create what they wish. First, I started with Cameroon. I painted Mami pounding achu. I painted a girl walking with her baby in the back. I painted the very obvious things that you see, which is part of the culture in Cameroon. But I felt there was, I also love the Maasai and I love, the South African. Why is it always that only Ghanaians wear kente and a few other countries, people wear? But typically it's always, Bamenda, you're wearing the Togo, you're wearing the Ndop. You're always segregated, always wearing your own. I thought, why not merge all of this so that you can also, so people can get to, first of all, understand and get to know other people's culture, and they get to celebrate the other cultures as well. So, for example, there's a great story coming up with the Pan-African fabric. When it was launched last year at the Cameroon Embassy, I presented the fabric to all the 9 different countries, each of the 9 countries with the fabric. They are tasked to design something quite amazing, and we're going to have an event in September at the Smithsonian where each country will showcase how they've used the Pan-African fabric in their own way. For Cameroon, we recently had a competition. There were 3 fashion designers. One won. That designer, Mux Couture, that's her name, she is going to represent Cameroon at the fashion show. So that fashion show is going to be something because we're all using the same fabric, but how did each country use it? And that is about the unity, because in that room we're going to have 9 different, and more different, countries all together using and celebrating with the same fabric.
So you're using art to unite Africa.
There we go.
Why is it so important to you? You keep coming back to it.
I know. I love seeing that, the joy that you see when you see somebody who is not your kind. You don't only have to love your person. I would love to see more products that embrace each other. When you see a Kenyan wearing this, they are, and they speak to somebody else. They say, oh, but what is this? This is Cameroon. Well, that is, you're educating other people. Every year, that's the aim, to bring out, different editions, so that hopefully by the time we're done with this, as many African countries as represented.
By taking African fabric and symbols to audiences beyond the continent, Shiri's work speaks to a wider idea that visibility can shape demand, curiosity, and engagement, with implications that reach beyond art alone. But what happens when that visibility meets resistance in the marketplace?
They don't want us to put made in Africa or made in Ethiopia. We do everything here in Africa. They don't let us put our name to export. That's a very bad thing. The major case, we as an African, we are not accepting made in Africa. They are not proud of it. They want to show that, the brand, they bought it from America, from Europe, blah, blah.
Maybe, yes, they have a complex. Maybe they feel like, wearing westernized, it's something that feels like they're elevated in some way. I don't know. But because I am so proud of being African, also let's go with hair, for example. 20 years ago, I was the first person, one of the few people walking around with an afro, for example. And everyone would look at me like, what are you doing? Because everybody had their hair straightened.
I think we have to change that part, and then we have to accept as an African, what we made here is very good quality and good finishing. We are having now inter-African trade. If I'm an Ethiopian exporting to Kenyan, if Kenyans export to Ethiopia, so we do African to African business. So we grow up together.
So I do collections and stock it in different places, but the main ones are Ghana and Kenya right now. I went there for a fashion show
and they were interested in my product. I'm like, can I please stock with you guys? And we started out stocking with them as well, because people also come in and ask for different products. So I thought about it. I'm like, why don't I have more designers here in the store and stock for them as well, the same way other people did it for me in Ghana and Kenya. So I decided to have a rack for designers, to have more variety, and for them to have a space to display their products and have their customers come in and check the products as well.
Models are the major players.
Models by themselves are a representation of a brand or something that they're wearing and something they're using themselves.
They are the one who's gonna wear the dress, and they take the photo shoot and they show the case. Like, this is a beautiful dress, like with dark skin, with light skin, with brown skin.
I kind of try to do different skin tone from dark to lighter so that people can see how broad Africa is.
Of course, as an African, I love to promote my garment through the dark skin because I really appreciate my dark skin. But still, as a designer and then also garment owner, I have to play the role, the quality role, and the production and the timing and everything. So we both play.
So the quality has to be top notch, then the models do the finish.
That's right.
We focus on the digital marketing for now because we need to be there in order for us to be seen and to get the exposure. When we use a model, people get attracted to them first, and then they go to the clothing, to the finishing, to the details. So we need to be very selective and pick the ones who represent our brand. I select some of them maybe only for the social media sake. Maybe they're good with their poses, maybe they're like natural when they're in front of the camera.
And that's where Heman Kebede and the Afro Art Modeling Academy come in.
We basically train models to be competitive in the industry, train them how to walk, obviously, as you can see, train them how to pose in a photo shoot. We train them how to talk to the camera because most of the time we need commercial models to talk. We need sales models for some companies. So we want our models to be perfect in different sectors. And we recommend skincare routines because we have to take care of our skin, as a model.
It's my dream. I want to be supermodel. I think about the runway.
When you look at them, you see quality.
It boosts our confidence, increases our communication skill as well.
They're so cool.
It's beautiful, right?
I want to learn about confidence. I like doing work, dress well, and to be confident.
Whenever I see something, I want to create something new. We need to feel ourselves confident to give that energy,
So after training, what happens?
Our job is mainly to train the models. Modeling agencies or agents for different companies contact us. I'll send them their portfolio, and then they select, do castings, and then if they want them for the job, they take them.
The conversation is not only about design and opportunity. It is also about how Africa protects its labor and identity.
We don't want to promote cheap labor. They have to promote it Africa labor as quality because we have a quality education. How we teach them is very good. My brother, here we have H&M, all are producing here in Ethiopia. If someone is working in a fashion field in Africa, they have to keep their culture. If somebody doesn't have his culture, he's lost. I cannot be European, I cannot be an American. I'm an African. So I have to keep my African heritage, my African history, and then my African garment properly.
From garment studios to designers and models, Africa's fashion and creative industries represent a significant source of jobs, economic opportunities, and cultural identity for a growing generation. As these industries grow, Africa needs to address the issues of investment, quality standards, and policies that allow creatives to scale and trade within and beyond the continent. If Africa is truly serious about jobs, dignity, and economic transformation, the creative economy has to be treated as a core source of employment and not a peripheral industry.